ladies and gentlemen. Give it up for Mr. Aidan Gonzalez. All right, so it was a really dark film, and right off the bat, I just want to ask, where did you shoot it?
That was done in California, in Malibu. The house was in Malibu, and the downstairs thing was in the valley.
And how long was the shoot?
The shoot was 2 days, and it was, the first day was for the downstairs thing, and the second day was for the house in Malibu.
Okay. Now, you guys had an interesting approach of making this short film. This wasn't like a labor of love. You didn't have the script sitting around for a while. How did this production start?
Well, for the longest time I wanted to do a short, and around the time that I finally gathered enough money to do so, I decided to put an ad in Craigslist to get a short, at least 10 minutes long, that was a psychological thriller that was cheap enough to do. And the very first guy who entered, applied was this guy right here. And I read 50 other after that, but it was pretty expensive to create the ones that they were wanting to do, which were a lot of locations, a lot of characters. It was all kinds of crazy things. This was simple, 2 actors, 1 location, and I decided to do this one.
So you just put out a list and you were like, looking for a script, ready to make a movie, got all the fixins, need a script.
Right.
Nice. Very lucky guy. Do you, Kirkland Morris, is he still out in California?
Yes, he is.
Nice. So what is it that you guys shot on? Because it looks really, really good.
Huh. Okay, we shot it on the Baricam. I borrowed it from a friend, and I had to rent the lens though. But I felt like that I might have stretched it a bit because I didn't know HD had a problem really with shooting low light stuff. So I was getting more noise than I thought I was going to get. And so I was a little upset about that, but I was trying my best to get around that. So I was hoping people would forgive me on that one.
So were there any production hurdles during while making this movie?
Kind of. Whenever I was putting an ad out for the crew, the very first person I was looking for was a co-producer because I didn't want to spend too much time thinking producer, but more director. And the guy I hired actually didn't know anything about producing, and I didn't know that. He lied pretty good, so I gave him a lot of work. So the very first thing I asked for is, I need you to do a script breakdown. We never did it. And then I said, okay, well, at least let's get together some sort of official budget. And he said, I can do it in this one program, I can't remember what it is. And I said, okay, we'll give it a go. And he does it, and when it was all done, it was actually twice the amount that I thought it was going to be. And I thought, oh my God, I got to come up with another $5,000, and which I didn't have. And in the end, I looked at the budget one more time, and everything that was calculated was calculated twice for some reason. And the budget was actually only $5,000, and I didn't know that. So when we actually went into production, he didn't give any call times. Nobody knew when to get there. It was all kinds of problems. First day was the worst day, but it got better after that.
Yeah, it looks like you definitely pushed through. You made yourself a good movie there, I think. But I think anyone who does independent, or just low-budget filmmaking knows that there's a lot of collaborators out there who, want to make a movie, but then they actually don't really follow through. Yeah. They like the idea of making a movie, but the actual...
It's sexy, but,
Yeah, we actually have to do stuff? Yeah, exactly. Any questions from the audience for Twist of Fate by Mr. Aidan Gonzalez? I can't see these lights right in my face. I see one right here. Do you have a question, man?
Who are the actors and actresses?
Yeah, who were the actors and actresses?
Well, again, it was just somebody I found on Craigslist. I don't know, who are they? I mean, they're just actors.
Okay.
That's all they are. They're just actors. That's what you are. You're all just puppets. No, I'm kidding. All right. Okay, any last questions from the audience? Just shout it out because I can't see anything. All right, what is next? What is up next for Mr. Aidan Gonzalez?
Well, right after that, a couple of years after that, I was going to do a feature that I was working on, and then I got into an accident, and that kind of put a stop to my life at that point. 3 years later now, I feel like I'm wanting to get back into it, And so I'm gonna go back to that script and finish it, and that's gonna be my first feature. I'm hoping to do that this year.
Well, we look forward to anything from you, and just keep us in the know.
Thank you.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, give it up Mr. Aidan Gonzalez. Well, if my eyes aren't deceiving me, it looks like the barbecue has showed up, so if you are a meat eater, you are in luck. We've got about 10 minutes of filler videos before we start the next film by Mr. Jake Hurley, so stick around.
Sir, I had to ask something.
You did great up there.
Sound like anybody would